Good evening, honored guests, staff, family, friends, and fellow graduates. It is my privilege to welcome you to the Libertyville High School Class of 2025 commencement ceremony. Tonight, we gather to celebrate the achievements of our graduating class and to reflect on our journey together as Wildcats. Libertyville High School has given each of us the opportunity to get involved, make lasting connections, and to grow both in and out of the classroom. These memories, friendships, and experiences are what make this moment so meaningful and saying goodbye all the more difficult.
On behalf of the graduating class, thank you to everyone joining us this evening. We would not be here without your unwavering support. From teachers and coaches to parents and peers, your guidance and encouragement have helped shape who we are today. As we look towards the future, we carry with us the lessons, friendships, and growth of the past 4 years. Our time as Wildcats will always be a part of us. At this time, I would like to introduce Choir Director Dr. Brown and the Libertyville High School Choir to lead us in the singing of the national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
As the choir seniors come to the stage to get ready for the national anthem, yes, please stand. I'd like to share just a few words about this wonderful group of human beings. When they came to LHS, we were in masks, and many of them walked into the high school for the first time to sing. We couldn't even see their faces. They've come so far the last 4 years, and we couldn't be more proud of them for all of their accomplishments. We're going to sing the Star-Spangled Banner, and then we have a second selection by Billy Joel for you, titled Vienna.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? But you know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? So now
At this time, would you please help me in welcoming our esteemed principal, Dr. Ray Albin.
Good evening, and welcome to the 108th graduation at Libertyville High School. Tonight, we welcome all parents, guardians, family, friends, faculty, and graduates to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2025. My name is Ray Albin, and I am the proud principal of Libertyville High School. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our first student speaker of the evening, Addison Krapinski.
What an amazing 4 years together this has been. From our Wildcat football games to our memorable school dances, our engaging and amusing school spirit weeks, and our fierce Wildcat pride. We've had a great run. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Many of you are probably reminiscing tonight about our time spent together, but at the same time, anxiously looking forward toward the future as we finish writing the last page of this chapter, we turn the page to start a new one. And I want to leave us with some words of wisdom from one of the finest writers, directors, and producers of Hollywood, John Hughes. I discovered the classic 80s teen movies that take place less than half an hour away from Libertyville when I was in middle school. Each one is about high school students with its own distinct plot and characters. His movies always resonated with me because he gave us a variety of characters, from bold to awkward to funny to beautiful to athletic and to misunderstood. And as I look out into the crowd tonight, it reminds me of all of us. But his movies also left us with some important life lessons, which I challenge you to bring forward with you into the future. From Ferris Bueller's Day Off, we learned one of the most important quotes from a high school movie. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. After tonight, you may be heading off to a job, to a college, to a trade school, or you may even be chasing a dream. We spend so much time trying to understand, justify, and explain our lives and their purposes. But the gift of life is an unsolvable equation that isn't meant to make sense, but rather cherished and felt. So I implore you to pause and really explore these next few years and live and feel every moment. From the Breakfast Club, the principal leaves us with, spend a little more time trying to make something of yourself and a little less time trying to impress people. Leaving LHS, there is no right or wrong path or one way to success. The future is not about who you impress or what people think of you. It's about what you become and the impact you have on this world. Because inevitably, every person will hold their own opinions and will judge you by fleeting moments. But their view only means something if you give it power. So I urge you to trust in the journey, search for your purpose, take risks, and try the new and different. For those who embrace change with open arms and stay true to themselves will have a great and lasting impact on this world. In Pretty in Pink, Blaine says to Andy, "You said you couldn't believe in someone who didn't believe in you. Well, I believe in you." As I look out amongst all your familiar faces, I believe in us. I believe in our ability to overcome future challenges and obstacles, to unapologetically be ourselves, for it will never steer you in the wrong direction, and to have an impact on this world, not just for ourselves, but for future generations to come. Ducky also taught us in Pretty in Pink, whether or not you face the future, it happens. The future will not wait for us to be ready. It's already here. The question isn't if we will go forward, it's how. Class of 2025, we may be small, but we all possess the power to change the future and the world. We can face it head on or watch it pass us by. But I believe in us, and I predict that we will face it fearlessly and successfully. So, as we graduate tonight, let's remember some of these lessons from these iconic 1980s John Hughes films. Don't be afraid to take a moment to pause and enjoy life. It's not about what people think about you, it's about the positive impact you have on this world that matters. You are resilient and can handle anything, and I believe in us. We did it! And as Ferris says best, you're still here, it's over. Go home. Go. Go and start your new chapter. It is now my pleasure to introduce fellow graduate Benjamin Ratner.
Good evening, families, faculty, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates of the class of 2025. Tonight, we gather not just to celebrate the end of high school, but to mark the beginning of something much greater. We close a chapter with events ranging from grueling algebra quizzes to a global pandemic to seeing Tyrese Halliburton bring my Indiana Pacers to back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals. Pacers in 4, yeah. However, this evening is not simply about the memories behind us. It's about looking forward and doing so with a sense of purpose. The future is not something we merely inherit. It is something we shape with our actions. The truth is, real change does not come naturally. Change does not start with someday. It must start with today. It is not a copy of someone else's legacy, but something original, something uniquely ours. Now, each of us possesses something powerful, the ability to spark change. It does not always come with some grand moment of heroism. Most often, it begins with these small, consistent actions we choose to make every day. Whether it's speaking up when something's not right, supporting someone who feels unseen, or daring to pursue an idea when everyone else plays it safe. This is how change begins. It begins not in theory, but in action. It begins with us. Change is the heartbeat of progress. There is no evolution, no better future without it. And there is certainly no change without action. It took action to create the telephone, to create the light bulb, to create ChatGPT. Lord knows where some of us would be without ChatGPT. So let's not be afraid to take up space, to challenge old systems, to build new ones, and to be loud. Let's be the generation that does not just talk about making a difference, but actually does make a difference. Let's not walk forward quietly. Let's lead with conviction. Let's build something better, not someday, today. With action, the future won't just be something we walk into. It will be something we helped create with our voices, our actions, our courage. I believe in every single one of you, and more importantly, I believe in your ability to create a better tomorrow. So please, choose to be seen, choose to take action, choose to fight for what you believe in, and go be great. Thank you all. Congratulations, class of 2025. And finally, boiler up. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ray Albin to the stage. Thank you.
Class of 2025, as I look out at you, I see so many talented and wonderful young people. You all made substantial contributions to our school's academics, athletics, arts, and extracurriculars. I am proud of you all, and I am truly sorry that I don't have time to recognize your individual efforts and accomplishments tonight. Let's keep the impressive accomplishments of the whole class in mind, though, as we now recognize 2 student groups with exemplary academic achievement. National Honor Society members, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your scholarship, leadership, strong character, and service. You may be seated. Next, we recognize our LHS honor grads and ask them to stand. These students have achieved a GPA of 4.0 or better based on 7 semesters of grades. Thanks to all of these scholars for their outstanding efforts and classroom leadership. You may be seated. I now would like to recognize a group of students who help make our school such a positive environment. Link crew leaders, please stand. These students gave up their coveted senior lunch release to take on the responsibility of helping our freshman Wildcats transition to high school. Most schools would not trust this important task to their students, but we do, because we know you care about our school community, and like others before you, you did an outstanding job in helping our freshmen learn how to be successful at LHS. Thank you, Link Crew leaders, for your service to our school. You may be seated. Speaking of service, we now recognize 8 seniors who are wearing red, white, and blue tassels because they have chosen to serve the United States by enlisting in branches of the military after graduation. I speak for our entire school community when I thank you for your selfless pursuit of military service. Please stand when I call your names. United States Air Force Academy, Joshua Holst. United States Air Force ROTC, Virginia Tech, Nathaniel Stouffer. United States Army, Evan Finch and Angelina Garza. United States Army, the Citadel, Anthony Schuck. United States Military Academy, West Point, Rhett Van Boning. United States Marine Corps, Christopher Samaras. United States Marines, ROTC, Kansas University, Kelsey Hyatt. Congratulations, and let me also extend our sincere gratitude to our parents, guardians, and family members on active duty. Thank you for all you do for our nation, and you may be seated. Graduation not only marks the end of high school for our seniors, but additionally, it symbolizes a new chapter for retiring educators. As a community, I ask us to recognize 11 outstanding individuals, each of whom has dedicated their professional lives to the students and families of Libertyville High School. You will all be missed. Some of our retirees are with us here tonight. Please stand and be recognized as I call your name. The class of 2025 faculty graduates are Mark Busing, Science; Mike Bush, Science; Sean Farrell, Physical Welfare; Diana Gratz, Assistant Principal, Admin Assistant; Donna Hubbard, Math; Mike Jones, Math; Pat Kelly, Campus Safety; Mike Mansell, Special Education; Eric Marosher, Assistant Principal; Diane Nasland, English; and Bill Reichert, CTE. Thank you all. Class of 2025, shortly, I will present you to our interim superintendent, Dr. Rebecca Nelson, and the Board of Education to receive your diplomas. But before I do, I wish to tell you a short story that I believe is emblematic of your high school journey. Many years ago, I used to be the head track and field coach at LHS. And in this role, I worked with athletes who labored daily to improve in their running, jumping, and throwing. I loved being a coach and being part of a good track meet where athletes competed against each other and the clock to achieve their personal best. Now, a track meet consists of 12 different running events, but there was always one event that caught my attention more than the others: the mile run. There was just something about seeing our athletes run 4 laps around a track at a pace that I could barely comprehend, or much less achieve, that kept me in awe. The mile run has a long history in the annals of track and field lore because for most of recorded time, no human could run this distance faster than 4 minutes. In fact, into the early 1950s, exercise physiologists postulated that humans were not physically capable of running a sub-4-minute mile. Then, in 1954, an English distance runner and medical student, Roger Bannister, set a personal goal of breaking the 4-minute mile barrier. Following a training protocol that was different from all previous standards, Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute barrier on May 6, 1954, by running a 3-minute, 59.4-second mile at Isley Road Track. Years later, when asked about this achievement, Sir Roger Bannister said, "However ordinary each of us may seem, we are all in some way special and can do things that are extraordinary, perhaps until then even thought impossible." When I think about you, the soon-to-be graduates of the class of 2025, this story instantly pops into my head because just like Roger Bannister, you too have and will break barriers now and in the future that no one will think are possible. Breaking the 4-minute mile barrier was hailed across the world, and yet strangely enough, this record only lasted 46 days. The psychological barrier of the 4-minute mile had been breached, and new challengers moved their dreams even further. Class of 2025, this is your new mission. Break barriers that others do not think are possible, and then go beyond. Wildcats, in a little more than 46 days, you too will leave Libertyville behind for new challenges at work, school, or the military. I wish you well in all of your endeavors and challenge you to build upon your high school legacy. During your time at LHS, you nimbly navigated our building and our courses. You showed your resilience by advancing wellness issues at LHS and became model citizens living the life of a Wildcat who is happier, healthier, and higher performing. You dreamed of continuing the school spirit at LHS and watched it grow, culminating in last weekend's prom that was 800 students strong. You creatively engineered a play that began as an animated movie, and you thrived in all your athletic endeavors, competing at the highest levels of conference and IHSA state play. Your class, all 474 students strong, has become daring, and I am certain that in future years you will realize that which I already know to be true: uncommon success begins at LHS. Class of 2025, please stand. Dr. Nelson and Board of Education members, before you are true Wildcats in academics, the arts, athletics, service, and spirit. They have each completed District 128's rigorous requirements for graduation, and therefore it is with great pleasure that I present to you Libertyville's graduating class of 2025. Now please join me in welcoming District 128's Interim Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Rebecca Nelson.
Thank you, and please be seated. Good evening to you all. I am truly honored to be the co-interim superintendent of Community High School District 128. On behalf of the entire District 128 family, I want to express my sincere congratulations to all Libertyville High School graduates of the class of 2025. Commencement is a very special time of year in District 128 because it is the culmination and recognition of student commitment, dedication, and achievement in meeting our rigorous academic requirements. Commencement is also a time to reflect back upon your many individual and team achievements and accomplishments in the fine arts, athletics, activities, and community service during your 4 years at LHS. Libertyville High School graduates, for the past 4 years, You have also been surrounded by many people that have helped you along the way. I would like you to take a moment to join me in celebrating these people who made a difference in your life, your friends, your family, and our LHS staff members. LHS graduates, let's give them a big round of applause. I would also like to recognize our senior students who served as the LHS Student School Board representatives, and I'd like to ask them to stand, please. They are Sarah Abraham, Prem Acharya, and Victoria Diaz-Martins da Costa. Please thank them for their service to the Board of Education. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of the District 128 Board of Education in attendance this evening that will participate in the distribution of diplomas. First, we have Dr. Jim Batson, Dr. Doug Flegel, and member Nina Austin. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce
Thank you, Dr. Nelson. Dr. Albin, fellow members of the Board of Education, teachers, staff, parents, and friends, and of course, this incredible class of 2025. It's truly an honor to be here this evening on behalf of the Community High School District 128 Board of Education. Class of 2025, I can assure you that we are all very proud of the remarkable accomplishments you have achieved throughout your time at Libertyville High School, and we wish you great success in the wonderful achievements you will realize in the future. Now it's on behalf of the Community High School District 128 Board of Education, it's my honor and privilege to officially accept the Libertyville High School class of 2025. Congratulations.
And now it is with great honor and pride that the District 128 Board of Education presents diplomas to the 474 members of the class. Will the honor guards please take your positions? As a reminder to our audience, as each name is singularly important and worthy of being heard, please refrain from applause until we have read each and every name. Also, please remember not to approach the stage to take pictures. We have provided grad images who will be taking professional quality pictures of all the graduates. I would like to call our honored readers, Henry Bonus, Marley Immerman, Jake Krapinski, and Rishika Tapardi, to their respective podiums. At this time, will the first row please rise?
Magid Abdelaziz Magid.
Jana Ahmed Abdulrahman.
Elena Elizabeth Abel.
Isabella Abu Chakra.
Julia Ann Abraham.
Syra Abraham.
Prem Manish Acharya.
Quincy David Adams.
Reese Ella Adams.
Jonathan Ni Nai Adjay.
Preston John Agee.
Qazi Haider Muhammad Ali.
Mohammed Ali Al-Musui.
Zania Atsin Alvarez Salasar.
Francesca Elizabeth Ambergy Crovetti.
Jana Paula Amede.
Audrey Elise Amiat.
Maya Josephine Anderson.
Ryan Jeffrey Andrews.
Alexandra Olivia Anuskovics.
Giselle Marie Aranda.
Ireland Ashley Arft.
Kevin Tamir Azarkad.
Hannah Elizabeth Babcock.
Elfie Rose Basilic.
Tristan Thomas Backus.
Caleb Todd Bazak.
Sebastian Cordian Baldowski.
Arav Bamrolia.
Angelise Michelle Bernat.
Fernando Busasaga.
Austin Joseph Betinovic.
William Marcus Jupp Beauchamp.
Madeline Rose Beller.
Bridget Elise Bennis.
Abby Anna Bennett.
Zachary Daniel Bennett.
Harrison Hilmer Benson.
Ola Berezinski.
Isaac Matthew Biggerstaff.
Ava Elizabeth Birmingham.
Gregory Patrick Blackford.
Madeline Thea Blazer.
Sarah Evelyn Blighty.
Brooke Lorraine Bowler.
Javante Gregory Booker.
Michaela Kaya Boone.
Grace Arlene Booth.
Alexander Stephen Brown.
Annika Hannah Brody.
Thomas George Bunick.
Elizabeth Ann Bruning.
Max Butler.
Addison Grace Burens.
Calvin James Carter.
Kyle Zachary Burns.
Jasmine Ayanali Castillo.
Donna Paola Castellanos Escalante.
Ileana Laura Galicia Causemaker.
Celia Harton Kathlina.
Jessica Marie Cernescu.
Alexander Jorge Centeno.
Isabel Moon Han Chung.
Sophia Lynn Sesnovar.
Harrison Colin Clarkson.
Kylie Judith Christensen.
Lily Frances Connell.
Joseph Paul Chulo.
Shariah LaShawn Cooper.
Liam Scott Colton.
Madeline Demore Cortese.
Augustus Vaughn Cook. Or not. Caitlin Inman Cortese.
Jordan William Coughlin.
Grace Marie Coughlin.
Connor Joel Crane.
Mila Rose Coyle.
Colin Bernard Marion Crown.
Sean Andrew Creel.
Graham Michael Chaika.
Lily Frida Crown.
Nicholas James Dawson.
Caitlin Marie Davidson.
Grayson Elizabeth Derma.
Logan Andrew Dean.
Victoria Diaz Martins da Costa.
Ahana Ditya Day.
Sarah Lydia Ding.
Jack Isaac Dillon.
Miles Joseph Dobrinsky.
Gwendolyn Grace Dinklenberg.
Mina Lynn Meow Donovan.
Lena Kohana Dogodolski.
Maxwell Duke Doshi.
Adam John Dorner.
Joshua Ryan Drake.
Jonathan Jeremy Dotson.
Erin Grace Duffy.
Elisa Druhard.
Renav Duger.
Maya Jean Duffy.
Marco Duport.
Sydney Jordan Dulac.
Bryce Ren Dussault.
Nivas Durgam.
Mustafa Ehsan.
Keegan Thomas Dutton.
Cole Frederick Iserman.
Quinn Ariana Eisenberg.
Claire Rose Erdman.
Natalie Paige Engman.
Alexander Jeffrey Falcone.
Tristan Antonio Earhart.
Jatan Maurice Favors.
Layla Mariam Faruqi.
Tiffany Ann Fetter.
Ella Rain Felinzak.
Evan James Finch.
Lindsay Elizabeth Kulum Filer.
Noah Robert Finema.
Maxwell Thomas Finn. Addison Margaret May Fisher.
Thomas Patrick Fisher.
Abigail Nicole Flanagan.
Erin Elizabeth Flanagan.
Olivia Grace Flater.
Nathan Thomas Ford.
Devin Jason Forrest.
Matthew Henry Foster.
Lily Grace France.
Terrell Deshaun Frazier Jr.
Max Harris Frazen.
Mackenzie Sloan Fredrickson.
Paul David Freund.
Jillian Wren Fry.
Anthony Cooper Fry.
Brian Thomas Furlong.
Ethan Maverick Gale.
Alexis Gallegos.
Caitlin Irene Galloway.
George Garcia.
Angelina Rosa Ravi Garza.
Stephen Rade Gabrick.
Audrey Rose Gavronsky.
Jacob Alexander Gay.
Grant Patrick Janak.
Anna Elise George.
Lynn Maria George.
Jack Carlisle Gerber.
Lila Ghasempour.
Luke Anderson Giles.
Jack William Gimbert.
Max Wagner Gimbert.
Benjamin Charles Goldberg.
Gavin Harris Goldberg.
Valentina Gordillo.
Srivatsa Gutimukula.
Alexander Richard Gorley.
Judson Roberts Grabe.
Jake Timothy Grambo.
Charlie Anthony Gretz.
Kathleen Marie Griffin.
Sophia Grace Griffith.
Autumn Ari Grinter.
Rachel Marie Groby.
Nolan Aaron Galata.
Kaylee Gunawan.
Elizabeth Marie Haas.
Avery Elizabeth Hackett.
Shylin Hall Solano.
Kit Halm.
Killian Patrick Hanahan McKenzie.
Taylor Rose Hannon.
Liam Michael Hansen.
Nathaniel Crispin Harding.
Sophia Lauren Harris.
Catherine Gaples Harrison.
Andrew Clement Hauser.
Jessica Lorraine Headland.
Miranda Naomi Hitala.
Callie Ann Hill.
Vivian Kisue Hill.
Brendan Downing Hoke.
Joshua Paul Holst.
Peyton Elizabeth Howard.
Justin Robert Howell.
James Andres Hughes.
Madison Deborah Hughes.
Quinlan Diane Hunter.
Yasmin Anjali Hudson.
Caleb Stephen Wang.
Kelsey May Hyatt.
Zara Ijaz.
Charlie Michael M.
Rosemary Joyce Inga.
Michael William Inga.
Usman Jaffer.
Monica Elizabeth Jacksack.
Everett Jasser.
Elise Jennifer Yankee.
Hayden Monroe Johns.
Grace May Jefferson.
Parker Allen Johnson.
Catherine Olivia Averill Johnson.
Henry Adam Kaiser.
Caitlin Nicole Jones.
Kadar Kanan.
Leah Corrine Calamine.
Catherine Polina Kasten.
Damir Kasevich.
Everett Thomas Kendall.
Gavin Michael Kelly.
Vaidehi Nikhil Katabakar.
Minal Jahan Kawaja.
Zoe Caden Kinsella.
Ava Faye Knight.
Connor Ralph Knipple.
Tyler James Knutson.
Cole Joseph Knipple.
Nathan Carl Coulterman.
Ava Nicole Coote.
Nathan Joseph Koss.
Caden Michael Kovac.
Addison Lynn Koslowitz.
Sophia Crocht.
Addison Lee Krupinski.
Jake Anthony Krupinski.
Lucas James Krasminski.
Haley Sophie Kuhn.
Hannah Marissa Kurian.
Campbell Rose Kuipers.
Danielle Jordan Lamb.
Nina Constance Landvik.
Andrew Paul Langfeld.
Bodie Alexander Lash.
Jacob Richard Lesquite.
Sophie Mano Hong Lee.
Carson James Layton.
John Drake Leoris.
Parker Grace Lester.
Alyssa Lai Moy Levy.
Eric Lee.
Eleanor Anderson Lindell.
Cole Lawrence Lockwood.
Alexander Henry Loesch.
Sophia May Lombardo.
Adam John Lucarelli.
Hayden Junghoon Louis.
Jess Simon Levine.
Catherine Nicole Lundy.
Siani Carly Malone McNeely.
Molly Lynn Lyon.
Reese Hyatt Lynch.
Sai Mohan Chowdhury Manam.
Michael Joseph Morella.
Louis Angel Martinez.
Bridget Martinez Salinas.
Mirabella Grace Marubio.
Nicole Lillianne Matthew.
Robert Wooding Meyer.
Hayden James Mazzino.
Delaney Beth McConnell.
Robert Henry McDonald.
Teresa Marie McGormley.
Sydney Ray McGrath.
Dominic James McMillan.
Gisela Cassandra Medina.
Dhruv Parimal Mehta.
Madeline Sue Merrill.
Abdallah Mohammed Haitham Mohammed Metwali.
Nicholas Matthew Mahalik.
Kaya Miholski.
Eleanor Macy Michelotti.
Jackson Ross Miller.
Andrea Guadalupe Miron Ortiz.
Aria Mizra.
Caroline Lily Mitchell.
Mara Lynn Nakanat.
Josie Vale Mitron.
Cooper Addison Moore.
Jordan Rose Moreau.
Danilo Moreas Morea.
Omar Nael Mohammed Mostafa.
Helene Yashwan Mew.
Jordan Lynn Murphy.
Caitlin Rose Murphy.
Shane David Murphy.
Liam Patrick Nielsen.
Maximo Dean Nepomuceno.
Nathan Evanston Nestor.
John Kevin Martinez Neville.
Ruby Kate Nevins.
Aiden Zaire Newby.
Aisha Xavion Newby.
Eve Joanne Norgard Strope.
Enrique Julian Norman.
Elise Lee Nowicki.
Evan Jeffrey Nutschnig.
Parker Pierce Nuttall.
James Matthew O'Keefe.
Neve Angela O'Sullivan.
Deacon James Oborn.
Jackson Lucas Oborn.
Daniel Alfred Abarientos Olson.
Dakota Josephson Olson.
Cameron Elizabeth Ori.
Zoe Leslie Osornio.
Jason Lewis Osterman.
Nicholas Matthew Ozimek.
Ava Claire Palmieri.
Ayushi Vijaya Patil.
Sophia Valentina Perkins.
Eleanor Jean Peroni.
Shan George Pfister.
Haley Tao Fawn.
Isabella Victoria Phillips.
Shannon Lynn Phillips.
Harold Thomas Plore.
Lauren Ann Podlagar.
Kayla Ann Ponchak.
Evelyn Pamela Potsick.
Jake Alexander Potter.
Matthew Vincent Preusker.
Daniel Richard Pashea.
Christopher James Samaras.
Emily Aria Syhagas.
Thomas Scott Purvis.
Amelia Radojevic.
Evan Ragnar Raffin.
Dimitri Rayek.
Ankita Kamala Ramachandran.
Benjamin Liam Ratner.
Jake Carlson Raymond.
Nicholas Baden Reeves.
Oliver Andrew Rhine.
Ella Josephine Reamer.
Megan Ann Reynolds.
Ryan David Rendell.
Mateo Michael Rivera.
Miguel Angel Rivera.
Kendall Mayer Roberts.
Brady James Rowe.
Caitlin Marie Rojas.
Kayla Reese Rudersdorf.
Annabelle Rose Rudo.
Jake Vincent Ryan.
Lauren Abigail Ryan.
Delaney Lorian Rybicki.
Gabrielle Monet Salgado Brown.
Ashley Isabella Sanchez.
Quinn Patrick Shambo.
Andrew James Schickler.
Catherine Rose Schickler.
Ty Dylan Schiff.
Eliza Jadwiga Isabel Schifflers.
Maxwell Thomas Schleiden.
Natalie Claire Schlitt.
Nina Schmidt.
Olivia Sue Schmidt.
Tegan Riley Schoenfeld.
Miles James Scroll.
Anthony Shook.
Ellery Ann Schumacher.
George Lane Schumann.
Madison Grace Sears.
Marco Antonio Segura.
Briar Alvi Seibert.
Zachary John Seiler.
Miriam Salemi.
Jonathan Patrick Sellers.
Jake Benjamin Sessi.
Sam Kumar Seth.
Ellison Margaret Schaefer.
Suhani Sharma.
Tyler James Sherman.
Molly Carolyn Shinnick.
Morgan Grace Short.
Mirabella Arti Shridrani.
Chloe Marisol Sickles.
Ishan Singapore.
Sejal Singh.
Aaron Glenn Scarbeck.
Abigail Louise Sledek.
Andrew Douglas Slago.
Tamia Victoria Smith.
Nicholas Andrew Snow.
Peyton Sage Soling.
Dominic John Saboro.
Sadie Joan Sorensen.
Addison Moray Spencer.
Vijay Michael Sridharan.
Shreyas Sri Rama Chandra Morthy.
Madeline Casey Stalter.
Amelia Jean Stark.
Olivia Hines Stephenson.
Sabrina Grace Stevens.
Luke Patrick Sticklin.
Nathaniel Alfred Stouffer.
Theodore John Stouffer.
Evan Robert Stowe.
Mason Jacob Strader.
Stephen Michael Strelo.
Cassie Kaya Stringer.
Kelly June Strons.
Hassan Taha Suglatwala.
Maz Taha Saglatwala.
Skylar Beth Sullivan.
Lane Isabel Sunberg.
Parker Van Swearingen.
Darren Zell.
Yusuf Taha.
Sydney Harper Tavonen.
Andrew Joseph Talarico.
David Alexander Taranowski.
Jacob Patrick Tafel.
Amani Helena Tedesco Tanzer.
Sophia Christine Fidos.
Jillian Lucille Thompson.
River Jaden Thompson.
Ryan James Thompson.
Rishika Tiparti.
Claire Jane Tippett.
Matthew Stephen Tobiaski.
Nadine Mohammed Torki.
Ava Margaret Traubenberg.
Tyler C.
Connor Matthew Teagle.
Mary Hua Tunney.
Gabriel Noah Turchinsky.
Mackenzie Renee Tyrrell.
Matthew Derek Underwood.
Rhett James Benboing.
Leilani Myalise Vassar.
Wendy Vasquez.
Caesar Vela Mesta.
John William Volk Jr.
Lohith Raj Upala.
Usmi Wudera.
Gavin Alexander Wagner.
Rosalind Grace Wagner.
Jonathan Arthur Robert Wald.
Austin Michael Waltz.
Alan Wang.
Thomas James Watson.
Jack Vincent Weber.
Avery Goris Wells.
Benjamin Barlow Westlink.
Zoe Grace Westlake.
Shelby K. Westfall.
Jacob Keith Wisenand.
Jackson Thomas Wykus.
Thomas Majans Wiesnith.
Mitchell Matthew Wiley.
Emma Lorraine Hallis Williamson.
Aaron Anthony Wills.
Tyler McCarty Wilson.
Adelaide Jude Wolf.
Vivian Joseph Wolski.
Logan Cooper Wonderling.
Callie Margaret Woodworth.
Nathaniel David Wolford.
Wynn Patrick Wyzakovich.
Chloe Sinan Yang.
Isabella Spencer Yark.
Maylin Lian Yi.
Sophia Isabel Zamiello.
Sienna Rose Zambolo.
Mary Claire Zunker.
Michael Robert Chudy.
Henry Walker Bonus.
Marley Sloan Immerman.
Members of the class of 2025, please stand. Graduates, at this time, please move your tassel from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the graduates of the class of 2025.